Hi, Flosstube. This is Kiara Osborne here. It's Monday, June the 14th. It's Flag Day here. And so welcome to my Flosstube. Gonna totally try to do this on the fly. I mean, I did some organization, but I forgot to I forgot to write a list. I'm in my new room. It's coming together nicely. I still have to hang some stuff. I got a little bit of a glare. I don't know if you guys see a glare, but I feel like the light's giving me a glare. So, I'm trying to settle back in, get into a routine. I did a floss tube last week, so I have an insane amount of haul for some reason. So that's one of the reasons I decided to do this today. I also have a finish, not a fully finished, but I have a finish going on. And I also have to go put together a trampoline for my kiddos. So I'm trying to get my room set up. It's coming along. Need to add some of my tchotchkes to the shelves, get some more stuff going on. But it's really great to start getting into a routine. I was able to get some sewing done. I've been watching some Flosstube. I figured out how to stream Flosstube on my living room TV. So my husband works 3 to 11 daily. So after dinner, I'll put it on the TV and I'll watch it with my son's next to me and the girls are in their rooms doing whatever. So it's been really kind of cool. I have to figure out some place to put my computer so I can keep watching. I'm like so behind on everybody's Flosstube. So I really don't have anybody new that I'm watching, but I've been catching up. I religiously watch Brenda and the Cereal Starter and Stitching with the Housewives. Kimberly Jolly, I'll sometimes go through. I haven't caught up on her. I did watch her quilting show. I do like to watch the quilting show, but it takes me a long time to watch it. But I like to watch it because she gives a lot of tips with the quilting, and I really enjoy those. So the other people I watch, and I don't know if they know they're friends of mine, but they are my friends. I watch Krystal Rowe, Mary Ashcraft. Krystal Rowe's almost to 1,000, so give her some love. Stitches of Sass, Stacie Stitches, Sarah Stitches. Those are all I've caught up with this week. Some of them I had to watch like 4 or 5 episodes, so it was a bit. But it was fun. So, and I want to thank them for the lovely shout outs that they gave me. It's really kind of sweet. I'm almost to 250. I said at 250 I would do a giveaway, but I'm going to do one today later on. Hold on. I turned my fan off, but this room gets a lot of afternoon sun. So, and I shut the door. So, this fancy house, the fan has a remote. So I need to turn the fan on so I don't die. Yeah, I'm of that age, so. So I want to give everybody thank you. I feel so welcome to this community, and I love all the comments and all the sweet comments about how you liked my house and the house tour. We're getting in there. Tell you, we're not in Kansas anymore. I like to tell my husband all the time. We're from New York, so we're not in New York anymore. My neighbor brought us cookies. I have never had that happen, so super sweet. Really loved it. And my kids like scoffed them down, so it was really great. So my daughter's birthday was a week ago. That was fun. We spent like a whole week recovering. She's still doing distance learning. So she's getting ready she's flaming out big time. Can't wait for her to go back to a real school and get the socialization she needs. Seems to be a lot of kids outside, so I need to get her in with some of them. But she has her cousins, which is really good. So let's get into the stitchy stuff, which is what you're here for. Like I said, I had a finish. And this will come back to plans too. But if you follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram name is KiaraDVO, and it's in the box below. You'll see me complaining about how small this is. I think I measured it earlier. Let me see if I can get this out without knocking over the camera. The finished size, it's like 2 3/4 inches by 2 inches. This is the Stitches with the Housewives pattern. It's tiered tray tidbit. It's Land of the Free. Okay, this is theirs. And this is how mine finished. This teensy tiny thing. I think this is either a 20 count or a 22 count. Now I did this with 2 threads. I need to do another one this size because this is so teeny tiny. I want to do another one this size. So I think the next one I do, I'm only going to use 1 thread. But I like how it came out, and I'm going to fully finish it and put it on one of my displays. But I'm so excited it's done because stitching the gingham border with 2 threads was a nightmare, I will be honest, but I love it. So that's that one. But I'm going to leave this because I have to have a question. I'm going to have you guys help me. It was Blackbird, the first weekend of the month was Blackbird weekend, and so I wanted to work on it a little bit more last week. So I'm doing America from, and I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you, trying to get the book, from Souvenirs of Summer, and I'm in no rush to get this done. It's a single color thread, so this is a picture of it, and I want to stitch all the blackbirds now, so this is it. So I'm going to pull this out at the first weekend of every month and keep working on it till I get it done, or if the mood strikes me. But I'm really enjoying it. So I don't know how much I showed you last week was done, but this is where I am now. And this is on a 16 count that I Rit dyed. So this is it. And I just love how the red pops on this. I did have to order more Turkish red because I know that I don't have enough, and I'll show you that because it was in my haul along with something else, because you know floss cannot travel alone. Okay, so there was that. And then for some reason I had severe FOMO this month. Okay, fear of missing out, seriously severe. So I decided to take part in cross stitch camp, okay, which is being hosted by Sherry, the Colorado Stitcher, who I love to watch. She does beautiful work. So I picked, because I came to it late and I only decided last week to take part in it, I picked something small. So I'm doing this Stitching with the Housewives pattern, USA jar. I'm sure by the end of June, I'm gonna want no more part of Americana. So this is my small start. So not sure I love the cream white. I think it's bamboo, but I like it, but I don't like it. So I'm just gonna keep stitching and see if it comes out a little bit better. What I might do is, I'm thinking these are supposed to be the yellow daisies. I may do this one as a yellow daisy and then change the rest of them to like sunflowers or black-eyed Susans or some mix of it, because you know they're flowers, they can be anything you want, just so it will pop. This is, I left the tag on so I could show you guys. This is one of my Bestitch Me fabrics, and this is a 16 count Ada, My Precious. And isn't this fabric gorgeous? I really wanted to use it. You know, I don't really use black that much, so I love it. And I started in the corner, so I will have lots left over for something else. Okay, so there's that. Then, remember I said FOMO. Well, that was the new start, but I have one more whip. Yes, today was Sampler Sun. Well, I actually have 2 more whips before I get to new starts. So pretend you didn't see that, but I'm not going to show it to you again. You know, Sunday is Sampler Sunday, and I'm doing the Jessie Watson Autism Sal, hosted by Raspberry Stitcher. There's still time to join us because there's a year-long sal. And so we're doing this part right here. It's the numbers, and then it starts another alphabet for June. So I took this out yesterday and I finished the first row and started this. So I'll put this away till Sunday because this is a really quick stitch and I have my borders done for this, though I think I'm off over here, so I'm gonna have to be really, it's one stitch, so I'm gonna have to be really careful coming down when it meets in the end, so I make sure I'm not off. So if I know, I'm gonna put a little note that I'm off on this side, so I'll just keep coming down on the other side, and then that, or I'll just keep coming to the middle and then work it out, because you can't fudge the border. But I love Hands Across the Sea samplers. They're awesome. I love how they're done. Everybody on Flosstube is talking about 25/7 challenge, where you take a whip that you're having a hard time progressing on and you either do 25 stitches on it or 25 minutes every day. So I took my Fright Night from Fat Quarter Shop. Guys, if I did decide to do another downloadable mystery sal with Fat Quarter Shop, somebody please like tell me get over myself. Now, I didn't do this one last year and I know why I put it away now. This is not a huge rant, but the way they print their patterns. Now, I love the way It's So Emma does their print patterns. They're great. They're pretty well done from the ones I've stitched. But this one, I hate it. Unless you're on, I have to figure out how to put it on my Kindle or to download it so I can make it bigger, because the way the lines and the colors are in this one, it's really difficult to see. Let's see if I can just show you. I just want to show you one of the little, here, I can show you here. And I don't have a picture of this, but I'll just show you this little piece. You see this down here? Everything just kind of blends together, and we're only dealing with like 3 colors of thread, so it's, I would love a way that, like Hands Across the Sea, they give you pieces. I know they did this so it's all on one page, but I don't need it to be all on one page. I would have preferred, I'm doing, let me show you this and then I'll show you another, because I had FOMO, what I started, and I love how this one came to me. So because I was having such a hard time seeing, this is the cold for fabric that I bought from Fat Quarter Shop. So I was doing all this, okay? This spider web looks nothing like theirs. I kind of did it on the go because I kept getting off count because I had a horrible time seeing the pattern. So now I'm in the house and I'm doing all the outlining now. And then when I need something mindless, I will, well, actually now I'll probably come and do the little bit of orange here and then just fill in all the black in this part of the house and move to the next part. But no. This is gonna look so cute when it's done. And I know Stacie Stitches is working on this too. So this is my 25/7. I usually spend more than 25 minutes in it. But I've been picking up every morning and getting my 25 minutes in it. So I've only been doing this since Saturday. And so I finished the spider web and I finished this piece of the house today. So I'm excited with how it's, and it's on 14 count. So it's not that it's hard to stitch. It's just trying to read the chart is a pain in the rear. So I was having fear of missing out, okay? Because I go on Instagram and I see everybody doing stuff, and somebody said there was a new Barbara Anna mystery sal, and I love Barbara Anna patterns, and I keep saving them, and I said, oh, I'm gonna do one. So she's got one called Up in the Air. I'm behind, but okay, here. When she sends you a pattern, she sends it to you 3 or 4 different ways in different sizes. So I printed the biggest one so I could see it and count. So, because I'm getting old, I don't have a huge start on it, and you can search it on Instagram. So I started, and here it is, and I really like it. This is 18 count. Stitch Me. This was the March 2021 Fabric of the Month Through the Stones. I just thought this for something called Up in the Air was really kind of nice. So there's my start. I may work on this later after I do the trampoline. I'm either gonna work on this or my cross stitch cam, or remember I told you fear of missing out. I signed up for stitching book club. I commented on somebody's on Instagram and she said, well, you know, there's still time, you should join us. So I did. One of the great joys of having a daughter who can drive is you can send her to Hobby Lobby with the supply list and say, hey, can you get me the colors I need for this? So I printed it out. I have my pattern, and this is gonna, I may start this tonight because this looks like it's really gonna be a fun, easy stitch. So I didn't start because I'm thinking of using this. This is a giant piece. I have to cut a piece. And I think this is a 16 or an 18 count. Yeah, this is a 16. I would say this is a 16 count just by looking at it. Yeah, it's a 16 or an 18. But it's this beautiful. I coffee tea dyed it. I have to teach, my daughter wants me to teach her. I forgot to get it, but she had a finish this week and we fully finished it. So I'll bring it for next week. But she wants to learn how to coffee tea dye and rip dye. So we will be doing some of that stuff. So this is what I'm thinking of doing my Little Women on. And these are the colors, and I think they look all really good on it. So I don't think I'm gonna have to change anything. And coffee tea dye works with my aesthetic, so as opposed to the white. And for some reason, coffee tea dye just reminds me of that whole era of history. Funny fact is, my DAR chapter just did a book club on Little Women. And so I did not take part. I just hosted the meeting because I have a Zoom account. But funny fact, so I figured that it was meant to be. So that's all my whips and all my FOMOs of that sort. Excuse me a second, let me just take a drink of water. Not water. Iced tea. So I showed you this, my finish. And my other ones are all gonna be bigger of this, but I need something else small like this. So I took another piece of that and I put it in my hoop because I'm a hoop stitcher. Took all my threads from Land of the Free and I printed out because I had bought them. So I need another patriotic. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do red, white, and blue, the truck, which I'm leaning towards, or if I want to do Let Freedom Ring, or if I want to try one of the Dapper Doodads, Liberty, or red, white, and blue. So my question is, which one should I do? Comment below. Seriously, need help. I can never decide. I'm a Libra, that's one of our traits. We can't decide anything. So those were all my things. And I have to tell you, for these quick little ones, I either saw this on Stacie Stitches or Just Stitches of Sass. This is an Allegro bag, and I love this size. I have to go on a project bag making binge because I think I want more of this size, like more of a square, wider, taller bag than the long bags. I don't care about the vinyl or something. Actually, I have one that the vinyl got all screwed up in. So I don't mind the closed ones. So I need to get a couple new bags. So that's one of the things on my list to do now that I have my room set up. Oh, darn it. Oh no, I remembered it. Should we do haul or should we do quilting? Well, haul involves quilting, and I do have another finish. I'll show it to you. It's a quilting finish. So it's only one, it's little. I love free patterns. This came from Pat Sloan. This is a patriotic wreath. It could be a door hanger, it could be a wall hanging. I have it on my thing. I have it on the thing. Oh, there you see. And this is all Riley Bait Lake fabrics. For the most part, it's Lori Holt fabric, so it makes me happy. Then I made binding for the quilt I'm making for my DAR chapter, so the binding's gonna get on that this week. If you are a quilter, Pat Sloan does all sorts of free patterns and quilt alongs, so seriously check her out. She's gonna do one for July called Summer Soiree. It's a weekly block of the week, and people use scraps, it does anything. She gives fabric requirements, but it's great. I've learned a lot from her. So let's go into my massive haul. It involves quilting stuff too, but it's gonna lead me into my plans because I'm trying to get into a routine, so I set up a little box. When the stuff comes in, I don't open it till I show you guys. Today I got my stitch card. I'm thinking of canceling this. I want them, but I never do them. So I think I'm gonna go through December, the next 2 quarters, and then I think I'm gonna cancel in January. Another thing, guys, if I sign up for another monthly subscription things, this is Lori Holt's Prim and Brim Stitch series. These, I signed up for these. Didn't start one. So these are all gonna be in a basket. Maybe I'll start them, maybe I'll do them. Maybe they'll become a giveaway. Cause, I don't know, just doesn't really do anything for me. The one thing I will say about the stitch cards, I can see myself, I shouldn't say I've never done any of them because I just found a couple that have to be finished. But when I started, I did on 10 count. 10 count to me, I have a whip in one of my bags that I think after I do the 25/7 on Fright Night, I'm gonna dig it out because it's on a 10 count. I do not enjoy 10 count. I think it's horrible. Sorry if you enjoy it. I don't know if it's the count per se or it's how flimsy the fabric is. It's a Lori Holt, what does she call it? Because I have one over here from something else. It's this Lori Holt vintage cloth, 10 count even weave, and I hate it. My son's going nuts. Sorry if you hear him in the background. He's 13, gonna be 14, and he's autistic, nonverbal. I don't know if he's going through a growth spurt or a puberty, but he can't tell us what's wrong. So every afternoon he's been screaming, and we try, but he's a big boy. I'm 5'9", he's about 5'6" already. His baby sister runs away because she's just a tiny little thing. His oldest sister tries to help, God bless her, I love her. But she's 4 inches shorter than him. And she weighs about 10 pounds lighter than him, so it's hard. Not complaining, it's not that, it's just that it's a little bit stressful when he gets like this. It breaks your mama heart because you don't know what to do for him. So my husband said earlier, we gave him some Advil because he said when he was going through puberty, he got a lot of shin splints and stuff. And my brother's so much older than me that I don't know anything about boys in puberty. My brother's 8 years older than me, so 7 years old or something like that. He's older than me. So that was that. And then what else did I get? I got some really cool stuff. After watching a bunch of Flosstubes, and I know Kristen from Steel City Stitchers was talking about this. since we now finally moved, I subscribe to the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. My goal for next year is to really start stitching from these, because there's some great things in these, but with the print version, you get like all the archives for the ones that you didn't get, which I think is awesome. Then again, I now need to get on my Kindle and figure out how to download this stuff so I can do it. So I got that. There's lots of goodness in that. And then let's see, what else did I get? I have a box that when things come in, I just throw them in the box for the next Flosstube. Okay, this is from Crazy Annie's. What did I get from Crazy Annie's? This did not come from Crazy Annie's, I can tell you that. Because this is my Turkish red, which I ordered from Farmer's Addict on Etsy. I just threw it in the Crazy Annie's envelope. So there's my Turkish red, and because you know floss cannot come by itself, I found this cute little sampler. This America sampler, how cute is that? And it is from willowhillsamplings.net. So it's really cute, and it's small. It's 5.5 by 4, so it's gonna be a quick stitch. Okay, just let me put that Turkish red in with my Blackbird. So then I got from Annabella's. Oh, actually, this might be a future gift. Actually, I'm not even sure what this is. Let's see, I didn't even open it. So you're gonna be as surprised as me. That's gonna be a future giveaway. This is gonna be a, you know what? I had something else for a giveaway. I think this is gonna be the giveaway today because I have one from somewhere else with the floss in it. See, I gotta keep better records of, I haven't ordered August because I haven't started that one. So why should I? Okay, here's another Crazy Annie's envelope. So let's see what we have in here. Oh, I belong part of the Cottage Garden Samplings, A Time for All Seasons series. This is another one I have not started, but these I love and I really want to do. And this one I am going to do. I may just do this one. This is called BZ Spring, and I have a redone display in my kitchen up over my cabinets with all bees and sunflowers and gnomes. So I think I'm gonna do this and put this up there. There's that. And then this is my another Sunday Stitches. Oh, the deep, deep love. Oh, Jesus. I like these, but I don't know where I am in this thing, which ones I've gotten. The communication here is odd. I love, it's just odd. Okay, I'm not gonna complain. Nobody needs to hear me complain about things. I've been honestly sticking with more brick and mortar, better established companies because I'm very confused with some of these things and how they're running their clubs. I just recently needed something, so I just sent an order. There's a cross-stitch store down in Little Rock, and I get the stuff really pretty quick. I placed an order yesterday. I got the notice it was shipping today, so I'll probably have it tomorrow or the next day. And I'm supporting a local business, or I'll shop with Hobby House Needleworks up in New York. Another one, they have great customer service. And it's in the town my daughter goes to school in, so I feel like I'm supporting them. I am going to drive to Tulsa. Don't know when. Tulsa is closer to me than Little Rock. So I want to go there, and there's I believe there's a place up near Branson, which is still closer than Little Rock. So I'm gonna do that. So let's get into another big thing, and I was so excited. there was a Friday night fight night from Bestitch Me a couple weeks ago, and I must have, I don't know. I would like to say I was drinking, but I don't really drink, so I do drink, but I don't drink because usually somebody has to get up with my son if he's up, so it's usually me because the way my husband works. So I got this. This is like a chalkboard black kind of hand dyed. It's a 14 count. So I thought this would be nice if I wanted to do a stitching with the housewives on something darker. And I find Friday night fight nights a great way to build your stash. So this is a 16 count fat quarter of peanut. And look at that. You can see. I should have taken them out and I didn't because, and then I have another 16 count of My Precious. These are great. Excuse me, my throat is so dry. I thought these would be great for like samplers or blackbirds. So, and then I like this. This was a great neutral. This is an 18 count fat quarter Ada Outback Jack. And then I thought this would be, I don't know why I bought this one. I just like, this is a no name fat quarter, or 18 by 21. 18 count, how's that? Brandy does such a great job with hers. Now this one has got some, this is an opal 18 count Ada. This is oat. I thought for maybe something with Christmas coming or something. And then I got this one is a 20 count, and this is a dirty chalkboard. So I thought something stitching with the housewives or something along those lines. So this is really great. It's a really dark gray, almost black. It looks like a dirty chalkboard. And then I loved this one. This is more of a brown, and this is a 20 count also, 18 by 21, and this is Bronze Age. Look at the modeling in there. So I told you I went a little bit nuts on Friday night, fight night. And I do belong to the monthly, her monthly fabric of the month. So then I didn't show you guys last time, and I did take a couple threads out of here. I belong to the Forbidden Fiber Just Flossing Club. And I love these. And I heard the Bridgerton box is coming. So if you haven't seen, these are them. Leanne gives you a great value for your money. And I love working with them. Honestly, I'm using them on, I didn't like the blue, the Classic Colorworks blue I had for one of the Stitching with the Housewives patterns. So I used that instead. But I mean, look at this. Look at the variegation in that. Or this one. This is called Teal Mismatch. They're pretty. And it's funny, I used to do the loop method, but when I learned, I didn't know the loop method. When I learned embroidery, I didn't know the loop method. So I knew to put my finger and stitch over and cover up my stitches. So I've been doing that now with my variegated floss, and I'm loving it. So I probably will never go back to the loop method unless I'm using DMC. Just because I like how the variegation looks. And it's funny because I had somebody, I don't remember who it was, somebody goes, if you can stitch on 18 or 20 count Ada, you could stitch on linen. No, I can't. I can't see the holes. I can feel the holes in an Ada. I can't do it with a linen or an even weave. And the whole, like on even weave, on a 28 count, stitching 2 over 2, just totally, my mind doesn't register. And as this is like a really relaxing thing to me, I don't want that stress. So I've been like, okay, I'll just buy a higher count of Ada. It's fine. So these make me happy. And I think my June is coming. I got a notification of something coming. Okay, so that was all my cross stitch haul. Now let's look at my quilting haul. and then we'll talk a little bit about what I'm planning on. I got this Riley Blake. I don't know why I bought this. I liked it, and then I was online somewhere and I was like, oh, I'll buy it. But I don't know why I bought it. It's a fat quarter bundle, can't go wrong with it. And I have so many things that I want to work on, so I'm trying to get a little bit of a routine. So this is Beautiful Day by Riley Blake. So I like that. And then this one is called, and I'm sorry, I don't take them out of the plastic until I'm ready to use them because I don't want them to get dusty and dirty. Now this is a fat quarter bundle from Fat Quarter Shop, and these are prints that Fat Quarter Shop put together, and this is called Bouquet, Riley Blake things. This came today, and it just makes me happy. Okay, so there's that. There are a couple quilt alongs coming along, so that may be why I bought them. But I'd have to count, like this one, I'm not sure how many fat quarters are in here. So I would have to count them to see why I bought it. My last order from Fat Quarter Shop, I did a lot of backgrounds and stuff, and I actually wrote down what I bought the stuff for, because I belong to their Sew Sampler monthly subscription, and I really want to try to start getting the projects done. And then because you can't have enough red, white, and blue, and I like this because this was a more muted Americana kind of thing. Like I have the Primitive Gatherings ones because I had every intention of doing Lisa Bonjean's flag quilt, but now I'm not sure I want to. So she's gonna have it on YouTube, and it's a free quilt along, but I'm gonna hold on to it and see, because it's already the 4th of July. Do I wanna start? And I have another flag quilt all kitted up that's a Villa Rosa Designs, and Becky with Power Tools with Red did a whole tutorial about it. So I'm gonna do that. So this is the Freedom Moda Mix Fat Quarter Bundle, and this Fat Quarter Shop put this one together, and I just like these red, white, and blues, okay? And you can use this for anything. I'm a sucker for anything red, white, and blue, and I love, blue is my favorite color, so that's all. Then I was watching the Fat Quarter Shop live stream on Friday, and she's talking about a book, a scrapbook of quilts by Joanna Figueroa and Carrie Nelson. I'm like, I think I ordered that. And then I couldn't find it. Well, it showed up today. So I said, okay. I went through my orders and I had it there. So I was like, okay, cool. So this is the book. They're doing a pillow along, and I'm not sure I want to do that. It's not my sort of thing. I don't have pillows all over the place. I have Rae Dunn all over the place. And I was laughing because I was watching Stacie Stitches, and she was talking about she didn't get the Rae Dunn thing. I know I've always liked Rae Dunn, and I had pieces, but since I moved into my house, I have a lot more. And I've been buying them on over time when I knew we were gonna move, because my ideal was to have a house that I could display Rae Dunn in. And I have that, what did my daughter call it? It's vintage industrial modern farmhouse vibe. It's my vibe is very eclectic because I have old pieces, new pieces that look old. So this is really cute, and there's some really cute things, and I'm excited to see what Joanna Figueroa and Carrie Nelson do. They're hosting a sew along, so maybe I'll do something with that. Then, remember me talking about the Sampler Spree book? Well, that quilt along starts on Wednesday, and it's on the Moda blog, and Susan I think she pronounced it Susan Aki, is doing it on Instagram, and they're making this quilt. Let's see, let me get a picture of it. Here, this is the layout of the quilt. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole quilt because, you know, there's rules and there's no rules, and I don't know what size. These blocks measure 13.5, so I may do an assortment of them. I may do some of them for a table runner. It can be scrappy, so I have some scrappy bundles here. So I think I'm gonna take part in that. So that's one of my plans. Pat Sloan starts her next Block Wednesday in July. So I'm gonna do that. I have my socialites still. I'll play catch up with that. I have a couple half done quilts that I'm gonna just fill in with blocks here and there. Oh, I didn't show you the one other thing. Hold on, let me just push back. It's right here that I got. I'm not gonna show you I'm not gonna show you just my basics. You don't need to see those. But then the other thing I got, we live so far away from home now, so my family, well, except for my family that's here, I watch Becky. You know, you have your Flosstube as you watch, and then when you quilt, you always have your quilt as you watch. I watch Kimberly. Sometimes I watch Jenny from Missouri Star Quilt Company. If I'm looking for something, she's really great. I also really like Becky from Power Tools with Thread. Okay, you know, you have a sewing machine, long arm, embroidery machine. Now I have all those things. I only have my Juki set up. Best investment ever. I have several sewing machines. My favorite sewing machine to sew on is my Juki TL2000 QI. Okay, I love it. I was gonna get the same one Kimberly Jolly had, but I didn't see the point of paying the extra money for the little rabbit that speeds up and slows down the speed of the machine. That's what your foot is for. Okay, don't need that. So I didn't do that. I have a high-priced Juki that I need to get it serviced. The timing's off on it again. But I do need it because if I want to make clothes, I need the other Juki over just a straight stitch machine. I have 2 embroidery machines, which I need to get serviced now that we're here. And I think I'm possibly thinking of trading them in and upgrading to a newer embroidery machine and just getting an embroidery machine. But because I like to do Christmas presents with embroidery, and if I want to make any Disney clothes, I like to use the embroidery machine. But anyway, back to my last haul thing. Becky from Power Tools with Thread turned me on to this online quilt shop, Reb's Fab Stash, okay? Number one, I think she's in Nebraska or Iowa. I don't know where she is, but Google her, she's great. She's got Lori Holt, she's got some cross stitch, she's got these promo fat quarter bundles, all kinds of things. But when I saw this, I thought of my dad, and I'm going to make this. This is a panel. It's John Wayne. My dad loves John Wayne, okay? So this is a panel, and I got a fat quarter bundle of the line. I think the whole thing was like $40. Wasn't terribly expensive, and I bought other stuff, so I reached the free shipping. Was here within 3 or 4 days. So I think this is gonna be my dad's birthday present, because there's no way I can get this done in a week for Father's Day and get it up there, because that would mean I would do nothing but sewing the next 2 days. So not happening, but I love this. So that's one of my plans. So this week I am gonna put the binding on my DAR quilt. I am going to, my Jolly Bar 3 has a mistake in it, so I need to unpick something so I can finish that up and see what I need for backing and finish that. I have an entire box here of quilts that need to be quilted. So I think I'm gonna save those until the summer's over and my kids are in school, because I can do that when they're both in school. I have a quilt of my cousin's that needs a new binding. I was auditioning fabric for that. It's a very well-loved quilt, but it needs a new binding because it's so well-loved, and she just, I told her I'll put the new binding on it, but she needs to put it away. You know, quilts are meant to be loved, and that's it. But if they have that much sentimental value, they need to be put away. So those are those. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna start this quilt along. I'm gonna work on my socialites. Hopefully Designer Mystery will ship. It's my first ever block of the month, so I'm gonna do that. And I like the idea that the block of the month comes with what you need in it. So that's, I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do Pat Sloan's I'm gonna do Pat Sloan's Summer Soiree. I like Pat Sloan's blocks. They're so much fun. And I'm gonna work on, I have last year's quilt, because I put it away because we started packing to move. And then I'm gonna finish the Home Is. Funny story. I was doing something yesterday. Oh, I was helping my daughter fully finish an item. And I need to get the glue gun. Well, the glue gun was somewhere, and on top of it was a big, I have one of those 18-inch design boards, and on it were all the pieces cut out for a block. And it fell on the floor. And the design board I picked up, but all the pieces are still sitting on the floor, and I have to clean my table when I'm done here and figure out what all those pieces were and label them. So my goal is to start working on some UFOs for quilting. I'm going to work on Little Women. I'm gonna work on Up in the Air. I'm gonna do my daily 25/7 on Fright Night. And I'm gonna work on Cross Stitch Camp for this week. Also, remember, post below and say which one I should do for the little one. And for the giveaway, now the most important part, because if you've sat here for this long, I always think I'm not gonna go on that long. And I know I talk fast, I'm from New York. I'm sorry. So, this is actually, you know what? You're gonna win two. You're gonna win two, okay? Because you're gonna win calendar crates, July calendar crates, because I bought two. So you can get this, and you're gonna get this April sampler of the month, and you probably get a couple other goodies that I have. So what do I want? Okay, so you need to comment below. You need to like and subscribe. Be over 18, and let's see. Tell me what your favorite floss is. Do you like DMC? Do you like classic colorworks? Do you like silks? What do you like to stitch with? What kind of floss? And so have a great day. I'm going to put together a trampoline so my husband doesn't, and if I finish that, I get to go mow the grass in front. So have a great week, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.